Ladies and gentlemen, the transforming year is here. To give his inaugural address, please give a warm round of applause to District Governor Anthony Parungao.
I'd like to thank, first of all, my classmate, District Secretary Benji Liboro, for that wonderful introduction. Good job, as always. And first of all, I'd like also to pay tribute and recognize someone who I consider to be a phenom, a record breaker, but more than that, a true friend, a real Rotarian, in the person of our immediate past district governor, our champion governor, Nelson Aspe, and his spouse, Mila. I'd also like to recognize the presence and participation of past RI Director Rafi Garcia and his spouse, Minda. And I hope and I pray that one day, hopefully soon, Director Rafi will be called upon to serve Rotary once again in a higher capacity. I'd like to pay tribute to my District Governor, Tatay Governor Pepe Peralta, the incumbent district trainer, who was my governor 21 years ago when I served as president of my Rotary Club, and who is here in spirit along with Mother Tessie. The distinguished members of our Council of Governors, chaired by past District Governor Mari Luco and their respective spouses, my classmate governors of the 9 other districts in the Philippines, my transforming presidents, district officers past and present, especially the ones who are here on site, my district secretaries Benji and Carla, as well as Handover Chair, past President Nep, and Co-Chair Edman Manzanares, our fellow Rotarians here and across the globe, our lovely spouses, the Rotaractors in the house, ladies and gentlemen, all 1,270 of you who registered and joined us for tonight's event. To everybody, all my friends, good evening. I am here today because of the unwavering support, belief in my commitment to serve and capabilities, and the trust of many people. And I would like to start off by thanking them now. To the men and women who comprise my club, the Rotary Club of Marikina North, who has influenced me as a Rotarian starting 27 years ago, and who knows what it takes to excel and rise up to the challenge like what they did splendidly today. To my classmates, my fellow Presidents 2000, who remain among my dearest friends, to that special group of Rotarians from various clubs in the district, otherwise known as the Fantastic 10, whose bonds of friendship and mutual respect and admiration were forged 4 years ago when we served as members of the district training team, all of whom I had tapped to help me this year. To my 9 governor classmates and their partners and spouses, whose company I enjoy very much, and whose combined experience, Rotary knowledge, and capabilities I believe are second to none. To my law office partners, my friends for life, Mario, Rafi, Eric, and their spouses, as well as Carmi, who agreed to let me offer myself to Rotary, and whose understanding and support I value very much. To my sisterhoods, Ebol, Corina, Mary Ann, my most avid cheerleaders and supporters, and hopefully my financiers too. Thank you very much in advance. And to my family, my wife Lana, and my 3 daughters, Paula, Iya, and Andy, who will have to endure my spending the next 12 months of my life in service to Rotary, but who I am sure will be ready and willing and happy to support me every step of the way. Thank you all so much. Now, there is one man who would have wanted to be here today. My late father, former Ambassador and Press Secretary Leo Parungao, was also a Rotarian, a charter member, in fact, of the Rotary Club of Makati West, where, during a good part of their charter year, served as acting president, who was old school in that he never missed a single weekly club meeting up to his retirement, and who kept among his bedside possessions when he fell ill the framed Paul Harris certificate I gave him when I contributed to the Rotary Foundation in his honor. To him and to my late mother, who always believed in me no matter what, I dedicate my term as Rotary District Governor. So having said my thank you, let me greet all the Rotarians in the House, especially to my friends in Rotary International District 3800, a happy new Rotary year. Now, this is most certainly a different kind of year. The current situation has prevented most of us to go out and be physically present in the service projects we love to do, forced all our clubs to conduct their meetings and activities virtually, and deprived us of the joys of social interaction that we so crave and look forward to and enjoy. This situation has caused all Rotarians to pause, to rethink their strategies, to resolve what has to be done, and to renew the mission of Rotary. And you know, the COVID-19 pandemic, I believe, will be with us for the foreseeable future. It is not only a public health crisis, it is also a global economic crisis, and even has the potential of being a social and peace and order crisis, if not addressed properly. And yet, when I hear the word crisis, this oft-quoted statement immediately comes to mind. And let me say this: never allow a crisis to go to waste. They are opportunities to do big things. And appropriately enough, the theme of Rotary this year, with much foresight, if I may say so myself, is Rotary Opens Opportunities. And indeed, our current situation gives us abundant opportunities, not just to go back to basics and focus on the essential. It may also allow us to make Rotary more responsive and resilient, to grow bigger, believe it or not, and yes, to be even better. We should therefore seize this opportunity to transform our communities, to transform ourselves, and to transform Rotary if we want to help more people in more ways and in more places. So my friends, this is the year of transformation. And if what we have done so far is any indication of what is in store for us in the next 12 months, then it appears we'll be having another banner, albeit different, year of service and fellowship. We started the calendar year with our very productive district team strategic planning seminar and workshop handled by District Co-Trainer June Angeles and past President Gina Sanchez, in which 50 senior leaders of the district were assembled and crafted a detailed 3-year strategic plan, from which was derived our action plan for this Rotary year. Subsequently, the Rotary Club of Sampaguita Grace Park hosted a very well-attended district team training seminar in which RI strategic priorities were used as the framework for both plenary and breakout sessions. Before COVID, and after an extensive and innovative preparatory process, we came up with the most memorable and extraordinary Presidents-elect training seminar last March, thanks to the host club, the Rotary Club of Manpasan. We successfully conducted our first ever online district training assembly that was handled by the Rotary Club of Marikina West, which featured no less than that much sought-after motivational public speaker Francis Kong, drawing over more than 1,300 registrants, almost 1,000 of whom logged in, excluding even those Rotarians who watched the proceedings in physical watch parties organized by several clubs in various locations, and which now nears 9,000 Facebook views. We showcased our ability to adapt and to act quickly when the transforming team took the unprecedented move to advance most of its district calamity fund to support and augment the funds for the unified district response against COVID-19 by the previous administration. And mind you, this was done even before the start of our term, because all we wanted to do was to be of help. We undertook interventions to enhance engagement when the Special District Committee on Online Meetings that was recently formed helped ensure that almost all clubs will be able to meet virtually, when as late as a month and a half ago, more than 30 Rotary clubs had not yet done so. Our district online training seminars have been marked by record high attendance, 296 for the Grants Management Seminar, a whopping 406 for the membership seminar that was hosted by the Rotary Club of San Juan del Monte, and a jaw-dropping 410 for the recently concluded online Rotary Foundation seminar that was hosted by the Rotary Club of San Juan North. We've likewise started efforts to expand our reach in social media by creating our very first Instagram account. We've continued the use of the district's People of Action Facebook page and YouTube accounts. And in a few days or so, we will be officially releasing the original district song, which you will be hearing later, composed by immediate past President Jumbo de Belen, in the major music streaming sites such as Spotify, Apple Music, and Deezer, the proceeds from the downloads of which will go exclusively and entirely to our End Polio campaign. And I am very happy to report to you that just today, our governor's monthly letter has made a comeback after a prolonged absence from the district scene. The first issue was released this morning, and this was the product of the labor of love of my classmate, Governor Juna Bellar, District Secretary Carla De Jerez, as well as Charter President June Rivera. And finally, we have begun increasing our impact by successfully undertaking that district-wide simultaneous literacy project entitled Transforming Readers into Leaders in all the 10 areas of the district, involving the turnover of almost 9,000 original, high-quality books from the United States for 12 different beneficiary government schools and offices. This was undertaken last Wednesday, the first day of the Rotary year, as a district's kickoff to celebrate the new Rotary year. And this was made possible by the wonderful initiative of past President Irene Besido Garcia, who sourced all of these books, and the coordinating efforts of Charter President Bobby Rosadia and all of the senior assistant governors who took the time to turn over all of these big books to all of the schools and offices. And I am very pleased to announce, as part of our continuing commitment to support the Rotary Foundation, that we have already accumulated in the form of firm pledges the total amount of US dollars 250,000 for the annual fund of the Rotary Foundation. What you see on screen is wrong, because as of July 1, we had already accumulated 250,000 US dollars. And the bulk of these came from the generosity of past RI Director Rafi Garcia, who to me is certified RI presidential material. So you see, my friends, nothing is impossible if we together all act as one. The Rotary adage which says, the best is yet to come is something I feel in my bones. And all I can say after everything is said and done is I am all so fired up and I am ready to serve. Mabuhay ang Rotary. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Good evening and thank you for being here with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, District Governor Anthony Tonipi Parungao, for that inspiring address.